What up, investors? Ken here from the Dyslexic Investor, and we're going to be looking at three groups or three different stock groups in the category of people that like new money that's flooding into the market, and sometimes this new money invests in things or bright ideas that might not always work out, or some new technologies or some new underlining products, new wave of innovation whatsoever. We're going to be basically looking at three groups or three kind of followings or trends potentially in the market. So you're going to be asking, well, what are these three trends that we're looking at, KB? So what we're going to be looking at is the cannabis industry, marijuana stocks. Then we're going to be looking at two other companies, or actually looking at three companies within the pot stock section: Aurora, Canopy, and Tilray. Then we're going to be looking at Tesla, which is the electric car, solar, basically kind of switching from the old method of combustion engines and old way of getting power to your house to solar to electric cars and so forth. And then last, we're going to be looking at Beyond Meat. And that is the plant-based and meatless, so no beef, no cow, no cattle are harvested or taken out of the process for making their product. So first we're going to be looking at some of the pot stocks. So we're going to look at this right here. Oh, I missed one. Actually, I want to go. We're going to go. We'll do the flex grid. I want to see. So we're going to type all these. This is Aurora, which is ACB. And then we're going to type in. Actually, you know what? This is going to be too complex. We're just going to do ACB. So we're just going to look at the big chart. So most of these stocks have just been selling off terribly, just in the sense of these sales projections were way out of line and what's actually happening. They're losing money hand over fist. There hasn't been much update on regulations in the US. Yes, Canada approved it, but it's just so overcrowded on all these different various companies trying to get the piece of the pie. And so you can see here, Aurora is one of them. Literally at a 52-week low, we can look at a longer term. Again, we are pretty much, again, zero is the bottom. So this is not a good sign for this company here as well. We're gonna look at another one is Canopy Growth, which is GGC. Here, it's loading. Did I miss GGC, right? Did I misspell that? Did I go under already? Let's look at Tilray. Let's double check that. TLRY. So this is the one that probably everyone remembers, is the Tilray story. So this is the one. This is a weekly chart that was like at $25, and then in a couple weeks it hit 300. Literally hit $300. And I think it had like 10 or 15 employees, like a crazy small amount. Like, it was super overvalued. Of course, everyone wanted to short it, and then those shorts just kind of blew everything up higher. That was the hype beast behind the Canopy stuff. And you can kind of see this is the same way as Aurora. Like, this is a complete downtrend if you ever seen it. Like, this is just going straight south, and no looking back at seeing any kind of form or base stopping. Like, again, this company is a little bit more valued than the one Aurora we just looked at, but overall, like, these companies, there's just so much product and so much competition, and the pie is fairly small compared to these other companies, like, and that they're trying to switch to the CBD oils. They're trying to diversify and make these products out of the Canopy plant to kind of grow their business, get a foothold and go from there. That's the one I was looking at. I want to look at Cron. So it's CRON. Yeah. So this one again, it's kind of the similar pattern. Like they spiked beginning of the year, and then from that point just kind of trended down. Again, it was overhyped. A lot of people were just trying to push it. This is basically a huge break in trend, and it's, again, all of these are trading below the 200-day moving average, which is never a good sign. If the overall, literally every single stock in the market that has anything to do with Canopy has just been decimated, and it's just been terrible for people who are invested in it. And there's a lot of people, a lot of new money who thought this was going to blow up, would be a great idea, rode it all the way up and riding all the way down. Like it's very sad. Now we're going to be looking at some Beyond Meat. So Beyond Meat is these are the guys that kind of went public the beginning of May. Their stock went up super high as well at $239.71, and then they had multiple lockups, and then their biggest competitor is basically Nestle, who bought the Impossible Meat, or the burger for that, the Impossible Burger, which they kind of took a different route. So Beyond Meat went directly to consumer, and Impossible kind of went just to restaurants and went from there, and now they're direct to consumer. You can buy their products in the majority of the health food stores. The Beyond Meat, of course, was the standalone stock of the meatless movement. Again, this is a fantastic idea. It's a new kind of market. It's a new segment of the market. There's not there is competition, but it's very small. Run into businesses. Beyond Meat and Impossible are the bigger ones in the business, and of course they have the depth. And this chart it's very hard to buy this. Kind of want to let this settle off here a little bit, and I want to make sure there aren't any more lockups coming out, because this is what happened here. They had lockups where the people who are early investors and employees, things like that, are able to sell a lot of their stock. So that happened multiple times, and that's why you kind of see this downtrend. I think overall, this is a fantastic market to be in, and it's definitely going to be taking some time to recover and build this base down here. This is definitely something I want to be looking into, but I'm not rushing into this right away. So last but not least, we're going to be looking at our boys at Tesla. So Tesla, I've covered this quite a bit here on the channel. I think it's a fantastic company. I think Elon Musk is an extremely intelligent individual, having the understanding of the market overall and seeing the consumer switching from combustion engines running on gas and now switching to full electric motors, and beating the competition in safety and reliability and ease of use, and the thing drives itself. Like, it's fantastic. And then also having the solar panels, and having the installation of the power wall and things like that. Tesla has running issues on production cost, because basically everything they do they make in-house, and then also a running cost of just like they need a lot of growth within the Model 3 market, and they have a factory building up in China. They announced potentially going to Germany and Berlin. They have the Gigafactory in Nevada that's pumping out all the crazy battery packs for all the cars that they're producing. The Model Y is on the radar as well. They have a lot of stuff going for it. Like, it's hard to buy this up here because we're near all-time highs, which going on. So 389 is the high, and we're at 355. And a couple of my previous videos, I'll link it in the top, we kind of had people predict the prices and projections. Again, these projections can be very skewed and things like that. I would like to see this level off or even pull back just a tad for you to buy it, to kind of wash out some of the people that bought in at this huge gap up here. Because this is what usually happens. You see these huge green candles within, like, on a weekly chart. This is a weekly chart. Within like a month or two, you might have a pretty steep pullback. So because you can see, like, all these green candles that kind of came back a little bit. These are big combination green candles kind of came back. I kind of want, I don't think it's going to go back to 277 here, but like 300 maybe would be a fantastic buying opportunity to start a small position. Yeah, this is some of the stocks that I'm currently looking at, and kind of wanted to share with you guys on looking at some industries that are new to the stock market and how new money and old money are fighting for these positions, long or short. I think a lot of old money doesn't quite understand the Teslas, the Beyond Meat, or even the marijuana stocks. I think once you get more institutional buying behind a lot of these companies, which I think there's more on Tesla and Beyond Meat than the marijuana stocks, you'll see these stocks prices go higher. Again, guys, this is Ken from the Dyslexic Investor. Catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.